Well, good morning. Let me adjust this camera or whatever the hell you want. There, I'm better. Maybe. Put my hat on. My head's cold. Well, according to the president, we need to tighten up our belts. And I'm going to tell you how to do it. It's cold back here in this room. And another thing that you can do, first let me get started about the word Doge. If you look up Venice, Italy, the Doges that run the country, and that's what it means, the leader. So when you call Elon Musk a Doge, he is the leader. It ain't Trump, it's Elon Musk. So there you go. You could say Department of Government, you spell out the words. I can take the word shit and make it spell government stuff. But the point about it is, he is running your government. And he's a Canadian citizen. He's Dutch descent. He's South African. He's got all these citizenships all over the world, actually, even the United States. And according to Trump, if you got $5 million, you can be a Russian terrorist, and you still get American citizenship as long as you give him $5 million. But that's enough of that. I'm trying to show you how to save money and save your dignity along with it. My son got me this. It's got 72 sales in it. It's a planner. See there? And it's got the tray and the lid. He said it was $6, which is not a bad buy for 72 plants. I'm going to start putting my tomatoes and some other stuff in it. And that's what I'm up to this morning. Fighting back. Raising my own little garden. And as old as I am, basically I can't get out and do a bunch. There we go. Because I'm old. Can't bend down, can't do this, can't do that. But they said, well, I can't plan anything. Okay, that's fine. You live in an apartment. You live in a controlled environment where you can't have anything. Let me tell you what else you can do. Utility companies. My utility company, I'm a Total Electric, is going up 20 to 30% starting next month. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm on the average billing, which I don't know if it helps or hurts. But the point about it is, you can go to your breaker box. Let's say you live in a 3-bedroom house like I do. And then you can turn off rooms that you don't need no power to. Just flip the breaker. Okay, my house is Total Electric. Hot water tank is electric. Turn it off for an hour before you need it. Turn it back on and heat the water up. It doesn't need to stay hot all the time. It only needs to be hot when you're washing dishes or taking a bath and to using the hot water. Okay, my theory is every 3 days I take a shower. I don't do nothing physical, so hell, I don't really get dirty. And every 3 days, I live by myself. I wash dishes every 3 days. I can rinse them off with cold water and leave them in the sink, the food particles or whatever. And then take the hot water every 3 days and wash them and put them up. I don't use the dishwasher because I don't have that many dishes, but I don't need the extra expense of all that extra hot water and all the other stuff that goes with it. I wash my clothes in cold water. I mean, you can fight back by saving your utility bills. I've told people to put up food and this, that, and the other for 3 years now. And apparently they're either doing it or they're not. I don't get no feedback on comments. I guess people are scared to give me a comment because they don't want to socialize with the rebellious nature of me. And I do rebel when they start gouging in my pocket. The point about it is, we can do better. We can't. We can be out there and vote for people that's reliable. I've heard that a lot of people around here, the farmers, are having a fit now. They said they wish they hadn't voted for him. Well, it's too late now. You got to put up with him for 4 years at least. But in them 4 years, you can cut back on your utilities, turn off rooms that you don't need. Well, what's that got to do with the? I ain't using any electric in there. Yeah, you are. It's in the walls. It still energizes. It's just like when they send that electric current down the telephone poles. They send astronomical amounts. Well, because the atmosphere pulls off some, so on and so forth. That's why they have to run so much of it. And then it's reduced to with a transformer coming into your house. And then these hidden deals like, electric clock or a TV that's plugged in, it's still got the components are electrified inside it using electricity. Turn the damn things off. Turn the breakers off. And if you're going to work, find the breaker that you only need on is probably your refrigerator. To leave that breaker on, turn the rest of the damn things off. You don't need them. You don't need electric to that electric stove. You don't need, and your refrigerator usually runs on 110, don't run on 220s. So you don't need the hot water tank, the electric stove. Turn all them 220 breakers off and just leave that one plug for electricity, which is the 110 refrigerator. I'm dehydrating a lot, which I'm using electric, but I'm about ready to, when the sun warms up, I'm about ready to use the sun. But I am I've got 2 refrigerators and a couple of freezers and that. I'm eliminating my electrical use severely. That's one way to fight back. The other thing about that is if you're a senior citizen, whatever, do all your going out once or twice a month. While you're out, get your everything that you need done, like the store, the doctor, everything planned on that one day out. And that's another thing. I'm swimming back on my doctor because I don't think I need to go once a month. I'm just staying in his pocket. Do wall foraging if you can. Do your own, making your own vinegars, your own canning, your own everything. We'll have to. It's like, the price of eggs. Then don't buy the damn things. It's supply and demand. That's what the United States is based on, supply and demand. If the demand is not there, then the supply has to go down to fit the demand. And if you really demand something like eggs, they can charge you $20 an egg. If you want the damn egg. I mean, our forefathers that came across the country in covered wagons, this, that, and the other, they didn't have eggs. I mean, they might have brought some chickens, but if a chicken's on the move like that, it ain't gonna lay that many eggs to begin with, if it lays at all. That's the point I'm getting at. But you can do small things, and I mean, there's a bunch of economists out there that show you how to do other things. Like I said, I turn everything off in this house that I'm not going to use. Everything just turned off. I'm slimming down my refrigerators and my freezers to one, just one, and I'm going to leave that one breaker on for that one refrigerator and turn everything else off. And I'm even slimming down, I think, on making my videos because I have to turn on the light back here and I have to turn on the light around the camera so they can see me. And I'm going to concentrate on my little garden escapades, growing my own vegetables. I mean, if you don't need it, don't buy it. That's my motto. Now, your wants is one thing, your needs are something else. My wants, I stopped that altogether. Now, my needs, yeah, but I live by myself and I can slim down my needs to the bare minimum. And after 2 or 3 days, you're thinking, well, that wasn't too bad. I don't go in that room maybe once a week. Why do I have power to that television back there? Why do I have power to what's lost in the wiring and whatever? Why, it'll slim down if you just turn off your hot water tank until my dogs are hollering, until you need it that evening to take a shower because you've been gone all day. Who in the hell needs electric in that house when you're gone all day? Other than the refrigerator. And so therefore you can slim all that down till you come home. Well, you can turn on the hot water tank as soon as you come in the door, flip the breaker back on. You ain't gonna just jump into the shower. You've got other things you want to do, odds and ends, cook you something to eat, whatever. Turn the breaker on to what you need, if it's a stove or whatever. But as soon as your cooking is over with, turn it off. Turn that breaker off, because all these electronic stoves, that brain pulls power, and you can cut your electric bill by 50%. So if you're paying $100 a month, you'd only be paying 50, and 50 you could be paying 25. You don't need as much as Americans are lazy. And now we're going to have to survive, we're going to have to really pull that belt buckle tight, cinching that belt down. Because that's where we're at. We got the hiccups. Gotta get back to something. I've told you how to store up medicine. I've told you how to put up food. I've told you how to do wall foraging. I told you how to try to plant a small garden to relieve the vegetable prices. And I've been doing this for like 30 years. Yeah, I've been using stuff that I had, 22 years? I opened up some stuff that I had canned goods in 22. It was still good. But like I said, right now, if you can't afford putting up extra food, this, that, and the other, maybe just spend $20 a month on something extra. And save it on your gas. I know you gotta go back, ride with a friend. Okay, my job is 30 miles away, but I can go halfway and ride with a friend. Or I can alternate driving with somebody in my town. Use transit if you're in a city that has transit. Get your transit pass and ride the transit. The buses or trains or subways or whatever. You can cut back. And I can't tell you everything to cut back because it's Everybody's different in every situation. So therefore, what I am telling you, we're going to have to cinch down on our belts to survive this onslaught of gouging the American people. You know, I'm looking around. I've been eating chili and burritos for the last 2 days. I fed dogs hamburger last night. I fried up some hamburger and gave them hamburger. Each one of them had a hamburger patty. I've got the sport rotten. But like I said, uh, we can do it. We can survive. Our ancestors during the Great Depression, the Great Dust Bowl, the expansion across the United States, we survived by on very little. You know, and we're probably more healthier for it. I mean, people, but they want to get me on that shop to lose weight. Well, I'm not too crazy about it because I think a person needs 30, 40 pounds of weight in case of nuclear disaster and we're thrown into a nuclear winter. But that's where I'm at. But everybody's different. I make my own medicines, a lot of it, and that's why I'm thinking, why the hell am I going to the doctor and getting this, that, and the other? And then I look on the. They have to tell you what's in the medicine. They give you a piece of paper, all the worried side effects. But the point about it is, cinch you down that belt. Don't buy anything that you don't need. Uh, you know, cut back on jewelry. Cut back on clothes. I mean, you probably got more clothes in your closet than you'll ever wear. I do. Cut back on everything that is essential. New cars. Well, who in the hell can afford a brand new car? I can't. And people on Social Security driving 20 to 30-year-old cars. We have to. But it's that way you put less miles on it. You only use it once or twice a month. This is my string so I can get ready to hang my pots outside on the rack that I got built. I'm going to do a lot of foraging this year. I'm going to do a lot of herbal gardens and other plants that I need. Tomatoes, zucchini, whatever. I'm going to dehydrate more than freeze this year. I'm going to can up a bunch of stuff. I've got a wood stove outside that I'm going to use for my canning. I probably instead of using my electric canners, I'll get the old American back out. All it needs is a fire under it to work. But that's what you're working on. And if you listened to me in the past, I hope to hell you had put back food, medicine, this, that, and the other, because the hard times are coming. They're already here. I heard Canada's speech. I heard the president last night's speech. He didn't mention, it's going to be tight for a while. No, it's going to be tight for a hell of a long time. Like I said, I'm making my own candles. I'm going to be using the hell out of that wood stove outside. I've got tree limbs and stuff in my. Since we had 86-mile-an-hour winds, I got plenty of limbs down to stroke the wood stove. And like I said, get with your program. If you got plenty of money to waste, hell, turn on every damn thing. Set your damn house at 72 while you ain't even there. All you need to do is turn it on an hour after you get home. And if it's too hot in there for the hour that you're waiting for it to cool off, for air conditioner, or heat up for the winter. Because right now, if you're in the area right now, we're having like 36-degree weather, 40-degree weather. Well, hell, that ain't gonna hurt nothing in that house. Especially if you ain't got pets, and hell, they got hair on them. But like I said, cut back on everything that you can cut back on. I don't know. I don't live in everybody's house, so I can't tell you everything to cut back on. But I can tell you some of the old ways that 100 years ago or better, how they survived. Because, like I said, my grandmother went through the Civil War, and I lived with her for a while. I lived with my aunt for a while. I lived with my parents for very little, because I left home at 10, go explore the world. But I've been on my own ever since. And like I said, put up stuff that you can and do what. Buy you a $20 book on wild foraging. There's so many plants out there that grows in our yard and this, that, and the other, or grows in places that they don't spray poison or whatever. And if you see something in the farmer's still ask him, hey, can I pick them sand plums? He ain't gonna give a shit as long as you're respectful. And the farmers, they're losing their ass. There's 2 or 3 of them around here going bankrupt this year. And they wish to hell now they hadn't voted for Trump. Well, you got caught up in the crossfire. And Trump don't give a shit if you lose your family farm that's been in your family for a couple of 100 years, a couple of 10 generations. They don't give a shit. But like I said, it's up to us now. It is literally up to us. I've made homemade candles. Like I said, you can survive if you have to. You can take this old candle right here. I'm gonna melt it down, but and this little candle, see it? It's a flickering. And it'll warm your hands back here while I'm back here. I don't leave it on while I'm not. I think this is pomegranate. But it don't matter what the smell of it is. But like I said, we've got to pull together to survive this onslaught of the rich people trying to starve out the poor. And yeah, hell, I'm in the poor. $15,000, $16,000 a year is not something to live on, unless you really know how to do it. But like I said, and that's thank God your house is paid for. Thank God you cut back on your utilities. Do other alternatives, kerosene heat, candle heat. But like I said, that's what I'm getting at. You can do it if you have to. And pretty soon, guess what? We have to. We won't have to anymore. Let me shake this vanilla. I don't buy anything from a store anymore that I can make. And there's alternatives for vanilla. There's alternatives for everything. What is this? Peppermint extract. It came busting, that's why I put it in a plastic, I make my own peppermint candy. But like I said, we can do it. There's no doubt in my mind that as Americans, as human beings, we need to plan. Get out there and vote. I know so many people that I don't vote because they just do what they want to. Well, then you're just letting everybody control your life or make their fate, your fate. So there you go. And if you screwed up and voted for the wrong person, wait. 2 to 4 years later, you can vote for somebody else. Now, President Trump ain't supposed to be able to run a 3rd term unless he gets Congress behind him to vote. He can run as much as he wants to. Then he turns into a Putin. If he ain't a Putin already. More candles. But like I said, I can live on my preps that I have put up. I hope everybody else has put their preps up. But like I said, I hated this kid. We can do it. I mean, it's just a little bit, get her in a routine. Oh, get up in the morning and mark which one is the refrigerator, turn everything else off. And if you ain't got much in your refrigerator, hell, use freeze up some ice cubes and put that one package of meat in the damn ice chest and pour your ice trays on it and turn up the whole damn main breaker off. You don't, unless there's somebody left in your house, why do you need everything on? You know, even if you live by yourself and I'm here all 24/7, I don't need every damn room. I don't need all the things that the luxuries. Oh, I just walk in the room, flip on the light, and I forget to turn it off or whatever. No, we can't afford that anymore. What we're going to have to do, that's why I don't like paraffin candles. They smoke, and I don't like that. But I'll use them when I have to. I'm watching this. I like beeswax candles. I have about 25 pounds of beeswax. I'm going to make up in candles, salves, and other things. But like I said, if you haven't started preparing for stuff, then start now. It's never too damn late. Because you got at least 4 years of this, 2 years of Congress and the House of Representatives that we can, before we can vote them out, because they don't give a shit about the people. If you watch that damn fiasco on the news, the president's speech, they just care about the president. Stood up every damn time he opened his mouth. And he's not running the government anyway. The Doge is, which is Elon Musk. And he has a billion times $364 billion. You know, you think he get worried about the price of eggs? Hell no. He probably don't know what an egg is. If you got 14 kids, you don't take care of them now. See how that smoke? Oh, we can see it on camera. That's why I hate. Now you can see it smoke. See it? That's how it's them paraffin candles. They smoke like that. That's why I don't like them. But anyway, if we can do it, if you want to, if you don't, then feed the government your money. Feed the oligarchs. Feed the rich. Make them richer. Feed the utility companies. Feed the gas companies. Drill, baby, drill. Yeah. Do you think we're going to get into that discount? Hell, gas ain't going to go down that much. If they drill every damn day, that just makes the richer people richer. You know, drill, baby, drill. And if I can buy citizenship for $5 million, let's say I come from, I'm a MS3 or whatever the hell they call them damn. They got plenty of drugs. Them drug people got plenty of money. Well, I'm gonna buy me American citizenship for $5 million. Hell, I got that much in the closet over there. It's the rats reading the paper money up. We can't lose other than try to survive ourselves. So therefore, cut everything that you don't need, and go with just what you need, and forget about your luxuries. That we can't afford luxuries anymore. We can't afford our wants. They're out of our reach. Now it's survival time. And I'm going to let you go on that note. Look out for one another. Save everything you can. But have that great day on knowing that you're accomplishing something. I gotta go. My dogs are hollering, and I've got things I've got to do every day. I gotta get these tomatoes in. I don't know where I'll put all 72 plants in, but I plan on putting a few of them in. Maybe I'll start with some lettuce or cabbage or whatever. Broccoli plants. I got a bunch of stuff to do. And making home remedies. I mean, there's so many home remedies out there. I don't need to buy that medicine, this, that, and the other. And I can't afford store-bought treats anymore, like candies and this, that, and the other. So therefore I'm a diabetic. I'm just helping my health by not buying it. Talk to you later. Have a great day. And take care of one another and pass it on. You know, we can do better. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Cinch that belt down. Tighten up that belt. Gotta go.